Josie Kinder, and I'm going to be showing you how to make one of my low-fat micro pies. Of my 3 flavors, I'll be showing you how to make my personal favorite, apple cinnamon. All you need to make this dish is 2½ cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, a ½ cup of applesauce, a ½ cup of avocado oil, 1 cup of ice water, 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt, apples, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, a small blender, a small oven-safe baking sheet, a mini pie tins, rolling pin, and a fork, spoon, and knife, and a cutting board along with measuring cups and measuring spoons. Let's start with the dough. In the blender, add the flour and salt, then add your avocado oil and applesauce. Finally, add your ice water 3 tablespoons at a time. Definitely won't need to add all the water. I mean, look at how much water we have left, and yet we still have a perfect dough-like consistency. Before we roll our dough, let's make sure our surface is clean. Our surface is finally ready. Now let's roll our dough. Our pie crust is almost done. Now go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Now that the oven situation is taken care of, we can cut our pie crust. I have a method of using the pie tin as a stencil and cutting around like so. I like to leave about 1 inch or so around each circle. Once all your circles have been cut out, gently pick up the dough and place it into your pie tin. Try to fit it around the edges to bring it up to the top of the aluminum. Now we can start on the filling. Rinse out your blender that you've already used and then add your yogurt and cinnamon. Well, now that's blended, let's focus on our apples. You should probably try to cut them into decently small cubes, so they're easier to blend if they're smaller, because a large chunk of apple will just get caught in the bottom and not blended up. Now that we're almost done here, I'm going to go check on my pie crusts. The way I like to check them is you scoop them out and you poke the bottom of the crust with a fork, and if it sinks in, that means it's too spongy and it's not ready to be taken out. These ones look like they're just right, so I'm going to set them aside to cool. You also want them to be like slightly dark brown around the rim. That's how you know that they're good. Now, let's continue. Bear with me now. If you have a struggle with your food that you're cutting sticking to your knife, try to cut it with the point sticking, with the handle sticking straight up in the air, so that it's not like straight on the cutting board. That prevents it from sticking to your knife. Like so. Almost done. Okay, now that that's done, now we're going to do the last apple. Ooh, now that that's cut, we're going to stick half of the apples inside of this bowl here, and the other half is going to be stuck in the blender of yogurt and cinnamon. Just like so. You're going to see what we do with the other half in a little bit. Okay, now that that's blended, we're going to pour the inside of this in here. All of it. Okay, now we're going to, with our spoon, fold it gently inside. Now we take our crust and we spoon some of the filling into each tin. Only enough to go past the bottom. And there you go. Enjoy. All right, now that we're going to stick them in the fridge for about an hour until they get nice and firm and ready to eat. And without further ado, 1 hour later. Now for the final taste test. That's pretty good. Now, that's how you make an apple cinnamon micro pie. Have a very good rest of your day.